Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Storm Reads. And if you're new, I'm glad to see you here. And today I'm going to be talking about some of my April, most anticipated reads. These are ones that really caught my eye, and I really want to try to get to them. Even if I don't get to them in April, they are books on my radar for this year. I could have had like a whole bunch on here, and the list could go on and on, but these are just kind of a short list of the ones that I am interested in. I have a couple of middle grade, and then I think the rest of them are adult. I think. Don't hold me to that. I just kind of wrote things down as I found them, and if you see me looking over this way, it's because I have my computer here with the information, because I can never remember anything unless I have something in front of me. So the first one I have is He Zang Unleashes a Legend by Katie Zhao. I'm probably butchering all kinds of names, and I apologize. Even if I looked things up and then I can't ever remember them anyway. So this one is an epic new fantasy series inspired by Chinese mythology. And it says, Winnie Zhang has two goals: survive her first year of middle school and outdo her stuck-up nemesis David. It won't be easy since, according to her older sister, middle school is the pits. Luckily, Winnie studies middle school survival tactics in comic books and anime, and nothing will stop her from being the very best student. But none of Winnie's research has her prepared to face the mother of all hurdles, evil spirits. When she makes mooncakes for the class bake sale, she awakens the stuff of legends from her grandmother's old cookbook, spilling otherworldly chaos into her sleepy town. Suddenly, Winnie finds herself in a race against time, vanquishing demons instead of group projects. Armed with a magic cookbook and a talking white rabbit, she must embrace her new powers and the legacy of her ancestors, because if she doesn't, her town and the rest of the world may fall to chaos forever. So yes, this has me written all over it. I love these kind of middle grade books. I love mythology, middle grade, adventure type kind, and things like that. And this sounds really, really good. Basically, if I do fantasy, it's usually middle grade. And a talking white rabbit, I mean, what more can you like? And this one really actually reminds me a lot of, just in tone, of Ghost Squad by Clarabella A. Ortega. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, I read that a couple of years ago, and this kind of has just that kind of vibe to me, and I really love that one, so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one, and I can't wait. And it comes out April 26th from Random House. Then the next one I have is Jennifer Chan is Not Alone by Tay Keller. And this one says, sometimes middle grade can make you feel like you're totally alone in the universe, but what if we aren't alone at all? Mallory Moss knows how the world works. After meeting the cool girl Reagan, she finally has a best friend, and Reagan makes Mallory feel like she belongs, like she can fit in with the infinite universe as long as she follows Reagan's simple rules. Wear the right clothes, control your image, and know your place. But when Jennifer Chan moves into the house across the street, those rules don't feel like they quite is so simple anymore, because Jennifer is different. She doesn't seem to care about the laws of middle school or the laws of the universe. She's willing to embrace the strange and the unknown, the extraterrestrial. She believes in aliens, and once more, she thinks she can find them. Then Jennifer goes missing. The adults say she ran away, but where is she going and why? Using clues in Jennifer's journal about alien encounters, Mallory attempts to find her. But the closer she gets, the more Mallory has to confront why Jennifer might have run and face the truth within herself. And yeah, it sounds like it's going to be interesting. I'm always interested in ones that have to do with aliens and things like that. I'm not really a believer, but I think alien books are kind of fun. So it's interesting to know if does she find aliens, or is that just going to be like a metaphor for something else? But I'm curious. And this one comes out April 26th from Random House as well. Okay, so this next one I have is The Shadow House by Anna Downs. And it says Alex, a single mother of two, is determined to make a fresh start for her and her children. In an effort to escape her troubled past, she seeks refuge in a rural community. Pine Ridge is idyllic, the surrounding forests are beautiful, and the locals welcoming, mostly. But Alex finds that she may have disturbed barely hidden secrets in her new home. As a chain of bizarre events is set off, events eerily familiar to those who have lived there for years, Alex realizes that she and her family might be in greater danger than ever before, and that the only way to protect them all is to confront the shadows lurking in Pine Ridge. And this one comes out April 5th from Minotaur Books. And looking at the site over here, it says that it's maybe it's set in Australia because it has Culture Australia. But it's a mixture of like mystery and horror, suspense. Some have it labeled as gothic. And I just think it sounds really cool. So hopefully I can find a chance to give that one a try. Another kind of spooky sounding one is The Children on the Hill by Jennifer Mahon. I'm probably butchering her name too. Sorry. But it says it's a gender-defying new novel inspired by Mary Shelley's masterpiece, Frankenstein. So that has me kind of interested in it. In 1978, at her renowned treatment center in picturesque Vermont, the brilliant psychologist Dr. Helen Hildreth is acclaimed for her compassionate work with the mentally ill. But when she's at home with her cherished grandchildren, Vi and Eric, she's just Gran, teaching them how to take care of their pets, preparing their home, cooking meals, providing them with the care and attention and love. Then one day, Gran brings home a child to stay with the family, Iris. Silent, hollow-eyed, skittish, and feral, does not behave like a normal girl. Still, Violet is thrilled to have a new playmate. She and Eric invite Iris to join their monster club, where they catalog all kinds of monsters and dream up ways to defeat them. Before long, Iris begins to come out of her shell. She and Vi and Eric do everything together, ride their bicycles, go to the drive-in, meet at their clubhouse in secret to hunt monsters. Because, as Vi explains, monsters are everywhere. Now we shift to 2019. It says, Lizzie Shelley, the host of the popular podcast Monsters Among Us, is traveling to Vermont where a young girl has been abducted and the monster sighting has the town in an uproar. She's determined to hunt it down because Lizzie knows better than anyone that monsters are real, and one of them is her very own sister. Well, that sounds interesting, don't you think? This one comes out April 26th, and it's from Gallery, looks like Scout Press. And I have read a couple of books from this author, and her books are a little hit or miss with me, but I have enjoyed some of them, so I am really interested in this one. Then I have another one here that's called Watch Out for Her by Samantha M. Bailey. And it says, wherever you go, she'll be watching. Sounds kind of creepy already. Sarah Goldman, mother of 6-year-old Jacob, is relieved to move across the country. She has a lot she wants to leave behind, especially Holly Monroe, the pretty 22-year-old babysitter she and her husband Daniel hired to take care of their young son last summer. It started out as a picture-perfect arrangement. Sarah had a childminder her son adored, and Holly found the mother figure she always wanted. But Sarah never been one to trust very easily. She kept a close eye on Holly, maybe too close at times. What she saw raised some questions, not only about who Holly was really, but what she was hiding. The more Sarah watched, the more she learned, until one day she saw something she couldn't unsee. Something so shocking that all she could do was flee. Sarah's put it all behind her and is starting over in a different city with her husband and son. They've settled into a friendly suburb where the neighbors, a tight clique of good citizens, are always on the lookout for danger. But when Sarah finds hidden cameras in her new home, she has to wonder, has her past caught up with her, or worse, who's watching her now? So, sounds like she moved from one bad thing to another. And I'm kind of curious. This is a thriller. I've never heard of this author before. This one comes out April 19th, and it's from Simon and Schuster. But it says it's a spine-tingling page-turner, so we'll see, because I'm a little hit or miss with thrillers. I don't like a slow burn thriller. I like one that's pretty action-packed, so we'll have to see. So the last one I have on here is from one of my favorite cozy mystery series, the Witch City series. It's number 12. It's called Till Death by Carol J. Perry. It comes out April 26th from Kensington. And because it's the 12th book, I don't want to say a whole lot about it, so I didn't write down any of like the synopsis or anything like that. But just know that it is a series that features program director Lee Barrett, who works for Witch TV, and Sergeant Pete Mondello and her spunky Aunt Libby, as well as her best friend River, who is a practicing witch. Lee has the ability to scry, which means she sees visions and shiny objects, and she's not real happy about that most of the time because it usually pops up at an inopportune time. But yeah, so it's lightly paranormal. I wouldn't say that it's like too paranormal. So if paranormal is not like one of your favorite things, but you're interested in maybe a cozy that's set in Salem, then I think this one would be just fine for you. Like I said, she finds out that she has this ability to like scry, which I mean, it pops up and like she could see like a shiny shoe, like a patent leather shoe or whatever, and it's like really super shiny, and all of a sudden she sees like something that has either happened or might be going to happen, and it like freaks her out and she does not like it. She's not like her friend River, who is a practicing witch. She just doesn't want any kind of ability at all. And so it has been known to help her, though, solve mysteries and help her boyfriend, who is the sergeant. So she has tried to embrace it, although she still doesn't like it, would prefer it not to happen, because normally it happens like when she's going to start reporting for the news, and all of a sudden she sees something and she can't unsee it, and it kind of, trips her up, things like that. So yeah, it's a really fun series. I enjoy it, and you should try it. And so that's everything that I have on here. Like I said, I didn't have very many. I've been really trying to be picky about new releases. I'm kind of in a backlist kind of mood, but there's still some, ones that really intrigue me and get me kind of curious and everything. But yeah. So have you heard of any of these? Let me know if you think any of these sound really cool in the comments, or if you have already heard of them. Which one do you think you're going to like? Just anything. Just chat me down in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.